Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Entertainment Podcast, your source for all things entertainment. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have William Blocher on the line, and he's author of the new novel, The Dead Side. Bill, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
I'm excited to get into this book and talk a little bit more about it and its release. But first thing first, so I know a lot of people are listening to this right now they've maybe released some nonfiction books or they've written books in the past, or maybe they want to write a book, but they haven't quite released a novel yet. And now I know this is your second book, but first novel. Tell us a little bit more about the process of what went into writing this, please.
Well, the difference between nonfiction and fiction is simply they're both storytelling. Mm-hmm. Nonfiction, The Holocaust Child that I wrote, was about Holocaust survivors, and you have to stick to fact, to reality. With fiction, you let your imagination run wild within certain limits. I mean, every story is organic. It has its own reality, if you will. But in fiction, that reality can be bent to the direction you want to go with it. You're trying to say something in it, give the story, for the story to have meaning. So you create a world that, one, feels real, as real as you can, but can go in the direction you want. But you have to stay true to the characters. Every character has his or her own personality. And you have to stay true to that personality or the story falls apart.
Where did you draw from, what was the inspiration behind this novel for you?
I've been thinking about it for a large number of years, but I was too busy working and raising a family to really get down to writing it. Mm-hmm. After I retired, my wife got me writing into The Holocaust Child, which was nonfiction, and then I just got into this as a way of exploring the human experience, something that has fascinated me my entire life. And it allowed me to create a world where I could get into personalities, what people do under extreme circumstances. I spent more than 40 years as a reporter and editor at small and medium-sized papers, and I've seen a lot about life, a lot about people in that time, and it allowed me to explore that in a way that I could not explore either as a writer, a reporter, or as an editor.
I love that you bring that up too, because I was thinking, obviously it's different for you being on the other side of the mic right now, right? On the other side of the interview, huh?
Yeah, first time.
That's awesome. After 40 years of putting everybody else under the fire, I love it. So let's get a little bit into the storyline of the actual novel. So tell us a little bit more about the narrative and what readers can expect.
Well, it's kind of a dystopian world wherein the main character, Sam, wakes up, gains consciousness in a cemetery, and gets up to a military organization, which is no member of the past, and neither does anyone else in this rather large group. They are taken to a camp. They are run through basically a boot camp, rather brutal boot camp, where people are assaulted, beaten, executed if they step too far out of line, like try to escape. And things come to a head when the sergeants who are running this thing drag the members of his squad off to rape her, and the group intervenes. Some of them intervene, kill the sergeants, and then, given that, they have to flee. So the rest of the story is about them fleeing together, becoming, if you will, a family. And finding a way to escape and survive.
Wow. And so it sounds like this, I mean, even the process of you writing this and coming through this story, I mean, it's definitely it's a heavy story for sure, that I'm guessing also took you on a personal journey through creating these characters.
Well, yeah, anytime, even writing a nonfiction piece, when you're getting into personalities, the process in a sense is different. You have to say we're reality, but you get vested in the people you're writing about. And with this, I got vested in the people. I got vested in what would happen to them. The difference between that and nonfiction is I could control what happened to them. But again, the story had its own logic, had its own force of reality, if you will, that I had to stay true to.
If you could, and I'm sure there are many things, but if you could sum up a point or two, what are some of the main things that you hope the readers get out of this book?
I think that life, no matter how bad it gets, there's always hope. That if there's an old saying, if you're given two alternatives, take the third. And it's that kind of thing, finding a way out, finding a way to survive, to create your own family if you don't have one. I think that's the thing, in a sense, I hope people leave with.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. It's great stuff. So Bill, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on the Dead site or to connect, I mean, what's the best way for them to get that info?
Well, the book is on Amazon. It's self-published, and it's Amazon both Kindle edition and a print edition. If they want the book, people want to reach me, they can always email me, williamblocher@gmail.com. So it's BLOCHER. So I do email.
Awesome. Well, hey, Bill, it's been great having you on the show today. Really appreciate you coming on and telling us more about what went into writing the Dead side and what you want your readers to get out of it. So awesome stuff there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. If you're listening to this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Entertainment, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the comment section. I mean, love to know what kind of projects and things you're working on. And Bill, thanks again for coming on the show.